Hello, Kim Townsel here. Welcome back to my channel. Remember, it's free to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, share the video if appropriate, and I think this one's probably going to be appropriate to share with people. This is a really good resource for couples. It's also a really good resource for people who are not in relationships but want to try to learn more about themselves in the event that they want to be in a relationship, or to even help diagnose maybe why relationships didn't quite work out in the past. I was actually given this book by a person I met on Match.com who found me, but that's another story. I'll do that one later. It's quite interesting, but just let me say that this is one of the better things that person did. He actually brought me this book and had me to read it. I think maybe he mailed it to me before we even met, and I thought, well, okay, that's a little odd, but it was easy to read, and it didn't take me long to read through it, and I did learn some things about myself. So that was a really good thing. That was years ago, and it made such an impression upon me that I did want to share this video with you, this video book review with you, to let you know that I highly encourage people to look at this book. So the name of the book is The 5 Languages of Love, and it's not a new book. It actually first came out in 1992. It was written by Gary D. Chapman. It's super easy to read. This is the size of the text. It only has 203 pages in it, so it's quite a simple read. Here's the table of contents, and Chapman claims that there's 5 languages of love, and he lists those here in the index. And 1 is words of affirmation, and 2 is spending quality time, and 3 is receiving gifts, and 4 is acts of service, and 5 is physical touch. His premise is that you probably fall within one of these that is your primary way of giving love, and you probably give the way that you like to receive love, and you like to receive love in one of these ways more than the others, and then there's a secondary one that you have as well. So the problem is if your partner is looking for words of affirmation, but you like acts of service like I do, then I'm not one to give words of affirmation very much. But if that's what my partner's looking for, and I'm giving him what I need, obviously we have a mismatch there. So Chapman encourages us to find out what our own language of love is and let our partner know what it is, because we cannot read one another's minds. If we did, my goodness, we would have all sorts of new problems, but a lot of problems that we do have certainly would be solved, right? We can't read each other's minds. And so my thing is, if you want to be in a relationship, we're going to have to be brave enough to tell our partner what it is that what we want, when we are self-aware enough to know what it is that we want. Reading through these, I found out that mine was the acts of service, because I just have the motto, put your money where your mouth is. Don't tell me how much you love me, show me how much you love me. And I just don't feel guilty about it anymore, because I've always thought, well, people that do things to help me out or to make my life easier, that is really what I count as love. And so my mom, she told me, she says, yes, you really like it when people help you with your household chores and things like that. And I had another friend who had not read this book that said the same thing, and I thought, well, does that mean that I'm just using people? But it really means, according to Chapman, that's how I see people demonstrating their love to me. I don't need a lot of fancy words. Gifts make me uncomfortable. And my secondary language is the physical touch, because I like that. It means a lot to me. So having a physical relationship with someone has always been super important. So I don't care about the quality time that much. I don't really care about words of affirmation. I don't really care about receiving gifts at all. In fact, the gifts really kind of make me uncomfortable. So this helped me to understand myself a lot. So at the end of each chapter, or each language of love, he gives you like some little questions to diagnose and see about yourself. At the end, he has quizzes, and he has a set of quizzes for him. He has a set of quizzes for her, and they look like that. And this is a tool that couples can use to diagnose themselves, to see what their languages of love might be. In addition, there are some online resources which I will link below. You can also look below for links on shopping information and information on purchasing this book. But I really think that this little tiny book helped me to understand what I was looking for in relationships and what I was not delivering to my partners, because I had some partners who really needed the words of encouragement, and I just wasn't giving those. I just wasn't giving those because I didn't need them. I didn't think they were important, but they were super important to these guys. And so that's where I fell flat on that. I think that having this information is going to help make us more self-aware. And then once we have that information, what we do with it is going to be up to us, I guess, what kind of relationship that we want to have. But it's definitely given me some insight to myself. It's definitely given me some insight to, if I ever have another relationship, and I think I will, how I'm going to be able to view that through a different lens. So thank you for watching my video about the 5 languages of love. Remember, it's free to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, share the video if appropriate. And I do think a lot of couples and individuals can benefit from this book. And until next time, it's a really, really good thing to be self-aware, because if we're lying to ourselves, we're lying to the most important person in our lives. And who wants a relationship like that? I don't. Take care. Bye.